everyone, welcome back. In this video, I will show you how to handle nested frames. Okay, so nested frames means frame inside another frame. Okay, or we can say iframe inside another iframe. So, how do we say it is inside another iframe? So, to show you that, I have selected this website, that is play1.automationcap.ir. Okay, so now let me inspect this click me to button. And when I inspect this, I'll just scroll up a bit. We can see this is inside this frame. So we can remember this ID. ID is frame 2. Okay, so now I'll just collapse this second frame. And if we just go up, we can see this is inside this main frame, that is frame 1. Okay, I'll just collapse and show you. Okay, there is only one frame and this is all inside this frame. Okay, this iframe is inside this main iframe. This is what nested frames. Okay, so now locating these frames and interacting with elements is very easy. Okay, so let me show you that. Okay, first let us visit this website. Await. Page.go to. Okay, so first let us take the locator of the parent frame. Okay, so what is the parent frame? Parent frame is this one, frame 1. Okay, so this is the parent frame. Okay, so here one option is we can select it using src, or here in this case we do not have name. Okay, so here we can take id. Okay, okay, let us take id and locate this frame. To identify the frame using locator is the syntax is await page dot frame locator. Okay, we need to use page dot frame locator. It is id, so ash the id name. Okay, so if we use src, this src or name, then we should be using just frame and name colon. Okay, so I've showed you this in previous video. I'll just write it here. Okay, name dot frame, and within square bracket, sorry, curly braces, name colon name of the frame. Okay, so in this case I'm using id. Okay, so here I will keep this parent frame in some variable. So I will say const parent frame. Okay, so I'm keeping this. Okay, so first to interact with any frame, we need to get the locator of the frame. And I'm keeping this locator inside this variable, that is parent frame. Okay, so now what I will do with the reference of this parent frame, I'll go inside the child frame. Okay, so let me inspect the child frame. The ID is 2. Okay, frame 2. Okay, so how to do? It's very easy. Parent frame dot locator. Parent frame dot locator, that is also id, so take id. Okay, we have to use the variable of parent frame dot locator and child frame locator. So I'll keep this in some variable, const child frame. I'll name it child frame is equal to. Okay, so now what we need to do, we need to click on this button, correct? So let us inspect this button. So for that we have id. Let me copy this id. Okay, so now I will say I have to take the reference of child frame. With the child frame I'm going inside this frame and interacting with the element. Okay, so child frame dot locator. So what is the locator? id dot click. So I want to perform click option. click operation. So we'll say click. We'll say await. So what I've done here, first I took the locator of the frame and kept it inside this variable parent frame. Now with the reference of this parent frame, I'm going inside this child frame and took the locator of the child frame. Now with the reference of this child frame, I'm interacting with the elements inside the child frame too. Okay. Okay. Now this is this. Okay, let us execute this one. Frames. Spec name is frame, so this is correct. Now let us execute this. Okay, I'll say dot only. I don't want to execute the previous one. Okay, I will say control C. I'll just about that execution. Okay, let me execute only this one. Nested frames. Just remember, handling nested frames is easy. First, we need to get the reference of parent frame, then take the reference of child frame using the reference of parent frame. Okay, something wrong. We will see what is that. Here the error is, see, I've used parentFrame.locator. Okay, so this locator should be frame locator, because here if we see, this frame ID is a frame locator, correct? So here we can just use locator because this button is not frame, correct? It is inside frame but it is not frame, but here this one is frame, so we have to use frame locator. Okay, so here I'll use frame locator. Okay, save. Let me type again. Parent frame dot frame locator. Okay, so now I'll give some weight. Await page dot wait for timeout. I'll give some 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Okay, let me execute the same one. Okay, some network issue. Let me run that again. So we can see the text got changed to clicked. Okay, so now let us do the assertion to validate. After clicking on that, the text should be changed to clicked. Okay, let us do assertion for that. Let us validate that. Okay, so how to do? Await, await, expect. We are expecting. Let me copy this whole thing from here. To have text, the text, I will copy it from here. Clicked. Okay, let us save and run. It clicked. Okay, one test passed. Let us see the report. It is passed. Okay, and expect, this assertion also got passed. Okay, So this is how we handle nested for loop. So handling nested for loop is very easy. First we need to get the locator of the parent frame and keep it in some variable, and with the reference of this parent frame variable access the child frame. Okay, so whenever you access any frame, use frame locator. Okay, so if the id is not there, only name and url, then we can use page dot frame. Okay, so now to interact with the elements, the child frame instance dot locator, and get the locator and click on it. Okay, so this is how we handle nested frames. And please to practice, I'll leave this link url in the description. Okay, and if you think you learned something from this video, please like this video. Okay, thank you so much for watching.